Hey, what's going on, everybody? In this video, we're going to be doing a book review on a topic that I've never actually read before, mainly exercise and sports, and it's Lift, Fitness Culture from the Naked Greeks and Acrobats to Jazzercise and Ninja Warriors by Daniel Kunitz. And this was a mixed bag. I felt it really wasn't a history per se of exercise, which I thought it would be, or a history of weightlifting. Really what it is each chapter is almost like a dedicated essay almost. It's really not, but that's how I kind of felt like it read through, on a specific exercise topic, I guess, such as, ancient Greek athletics was like one of the first chapters, and then there's Seal Fit, and then there's, aerobics, and then there's like the beginning of weightlifting, and it's kind of jumbled all over the place. That didn't bother me too much. I do wish it was more of a narrative, and it wasn't as disjointed, I guess. Halfway through the book, it does start to get a little bit more contemporary, I guess. But like I said, the topics jump all over the place, and some I felt were a lot better done than others. But the main criticism I have with this book is you can tell that the author just loves CrossFit and believes CrossFit is, the biggest thing since sliced bread, and he kind of tries to make an argument that yes, indeed, CrossFit is the best exercise thing that, humans have ever come up with. Basically, because like a lot of the chapters, it's not in every single chapter, but I'd say at least 3/4 of them towards the end, he relates the main premise of, what we just covered, and he's like, okay, so now that we know that, and, contemporary research shows this, and that, and that's why CrossFit is so good and is so much better than, just doing it that way or whatever. So yeah, like, I don't really care for CrossFit, to be honest. Like, I enjoy weightlifting, that sort of thing, but yeah, CrossFit, it's kind of whatever. But you could probably, if you like CrossFit, you'd probably like you'd like his approach to this. But yeah, I felt he was almost trying to proselytize like readers into like trying out CrossFit, I guess. But anyways, there were quite a bit of good things about the book. I learned a ton of like little tidbits. I really enjoyed the chapters on ancient Greek athletics and ancient Greek values of what aesthetics are good and that sort of thing. Just because I read 3 books on ancient sports, or ancient Greek Olympics and ancient athletics and that sort of thing. So that was kind of refreshing to read, like a different perspective on that. Also, I really enjoyed the chapters on like the first gymnasia and terverins and whatever. I think that's what they were called in Germany. Weightlifting and exercising and aerobics and cardio and all that stuff, and how they sort of developed out of pretty much nothing, because during the Middle Ages and the early modern period, pretty much all forms of exercise like just did not exist because people didn't do them. And I learned a lot about how the medical fields basically have almost always rejected vigorous exercise as being basically bad for people, and it's dangerous and it's unhealthy and you'll probably die from it. And basically, being only in my 20s, I don't remember a time where exercise was ever considered bad. It's kind of interesting, but I guess even up to like the 60s and 70s, doctors basically felt, and the popular assumption was that vigorous exercising, such as weightlifting, was really bad for you. And it's kind of interesting how that medical knowledge has basically been flipped completely around, and how basically diet and exercise are almost like one of the pretty much the most important thing people can do for their bodies to try and stay healthy. So that was super interesting. Like I had never even considered that. I figured since about like the 1900s, when the first gyms were popping up, that basically everyone just knew that exercise was good for them. But it was definitely like a side kind of hobby, kind of weird person thing for a long time. So that definitely opened my eyes to that. I had never even considered that as a possibility, as anything. So definitely glad I read the book, even just for that. Overall, I do wish the book, like I said, had a little more structure and didn't sort of just flip flop between a history of like women's aerobics, and then going to a chapter on parkour and like American Ninja Warrior and that sort, or Ninja Warrior and that sort of thing. I felt that was just kind of, it was kind of weird how he like flip flopped back and forth through different topics like that without really any bridging in between them. But yeah, and then at the end he has kind of a chapter on the guy who basically invented CrossFit and the benefits of CrossFit and how it's, you kind of have like the underlying theme that yeah, CrossFit is the best thing and you should do that out of all the things in the book, which was, I did not like that at all really. But overall I'm giving the book 3 out of 5 stars because I did learn a lot. I just wish, like I said, it was more of a history on, you know, lifting or exercise in general, and not basically a kind of, I don't even know what you call it, basically a CrossFit. I don't want to say propaganda. Propaganda is too much of a word, but like I said, he's definitely trying to plant the seeds of CrossFit in like the reader's mind. But like I said, a lot of people do like CrossFit. So if you do like CrossFit, you'd probably definitely love it. Just if you find this interesting, if you find this topic interesting, just know that beforehand. Anyways, I just wish there's a little bit more structure to the book. It was either more narrative and chronological or thematic in its subject matter rather than kind of flopping all over the place. But like I said, just be forewarned that there is a lot of like trying to sow the seeds of CrossFit in the reader's mind beforehand. But if that doesn't bother you, yeah, probably definitely check this book out if fitness or exercise or weightlifting are big things for you, and you enjoy them or want to learn more about it. Anyways, like I said, 3 out of 5 stars to Lift by Daniel Kunitz. And always remember, read victoriously.